What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I've been double challenged now. So, I say double. I tried to film this episode once about 6 weeks ago, back when I was just using the media mod, and the audio failed terribly. So, we'll go ahead and do it again. The 7-question, not 6, challenge. We're going to go right through the lake, and then we will maybe even stop at the lake and answer some questions there. So, let's go ahead and roll that intro, and we'll get to it. Roll it. Alright guys, so welcome back to the channel today. So the original person who challenged me to do this was Mr. McStash. And then a couple weeks ago, Scouts Adventures also challenged it to me. Like I said in the intro there, I had already done this once and the audio failed, so kind of lost the motivation to post it. But then when Scouts called me out again on it, I'm like, okay buddy, I'll do it. So because these are 7 questions long, we'll hop right into it, not to waste your time here. So the first question is, what motivated you to have your first motorcycle? So what made me want to get into this? I guess the biggest influence for me as far as wanting to ride was my brother, the Flying Frittata. He has been riding, I would say probably going on 15 years or so. And when he first started riding, it didn't pique my interest. I just thought, oh, there's another way for him to kill himself. But he started off with a Honda of sorts, and then he's had a few Harley-Davidsons now. And here's a picture of his current Road King Special. Gorgeous bike. Gorgeous bike. Well, I would visit him enough, and the desire to ride finally took hold. And then it was just a matter of getting it to the right point in my life, finances and everything else, the right significant other that would support me in the adventures. What type of riding do I prefer? Twisty and straight, in single versus group? So, as I say this on our nice twisty road here, this is the kind of road I actually would prefer. I just don't get enough practice on it because Kansas does not have a lot of twisty roads. This road that I'm on here is about the twistiest that I get. I get this, and then I get the main road that has about 4 turns into it. Everything else in Kansas is just so straight lined. So I really don't have much of a choice but to like straight. Which is good if you want to get somewhere fast. It's really ideal. And then, do I prefer riding by myself or in a group? These questions they're kind of hard to answer because, like today, I am riding by myself, single, and I'm enjoying it thoroughly. It gives me a time to vlog and kind of get some thoughts to myself. However, I do have a group of people that I do ride with, namely my wife, my dad, my friends, Woody and his wife, and Aaron. And that's about the extent of the group riding that I think I'm comfortable with. We kind of talked about it on my live stream with Dyna at the Dynamic Duo. And group riding, while it does have an appeal for me, I don't think I'm going to do it anytime soon. I don't have enough trust in the person next to me. Now, if it was like a Harley organized ride where everyone's going 20 to 25 and it's being paced, I might do that. But I don't think at this point I'm not even joining up with a random group of 10 people and attempt to push myself on a motorcycle harder than I need to be going. Number 3 is, what's your favorite type of motorcycle trip? So my favorite type of motorcycle trip has to be a day trip. Why? I haven't gone on anything else. So so having a toddler at home with a newborn on the way, it's been impossible at this point for my consciousness to allow me to take more than just a single day trip. Now that could change here. My wife has mentioned me going on a little journey with Dad before the baby gets here. I think she knows this could be my last chance for a while to do so, which would be a trip to Independence, Kansas, where I was born, about 150 miles away, stay there for a couple nights and then head back. So we'll see if that actually ever makes it out, and then I can see if I can say I like day trips or weekend trips better. We're gonna go ahead and pull into the lake parking lot here, and we'll answer the rest, well, a couple more of the questions. Then we'll get back out and ride the lake road again. I love the lake road. Forgive me for not taking the helmet off for the rest of this, but I'm running audio through my Tascam, and I just don't want to deal with the rest of it. So you get it like this. Question number four. What's your favorite ride or destination? I'd have to say my favorite ride that I've gone on has probably been to the Harley-Davidson dealership over in Topeka, Kansas. I went with my wife and my dad, and what we did there is they have an Evel Knievel museum inside of the dealership. Well, not necessarily inside, but downstairs below it. And it was just a really great time. It was a good trip. It was probably about 70 miles each way, all said and done, so 140 for the day. And something like that is about right for the time that I have available right now. And what was just cool about it was to see the history of Harley-Davidson and Evel Knievel, how they kind of overlapped with each other. Very cool. If you guys are ever in the Midwest, which I know is flyover country, definitely think you guys should check that out. Number 5 is, what's the biggest lesson motorcycle riding has taught me? I think it's got to be, you got to be self-aware about everything that's going on around you. Even as I'm just walking here, looking at the lake, this could be because of everything that's going on in the world, but I'm always looking for my escape routes. I'm looking for everything that allows me to continue to be me. In addition to being that self-aware, it's probably taught me to become a better motorist as well, because there was things I used to text and drive. You can judge me for that. I don't do it anymore. Going on about 8 years ago, I hit my friend because he texted me asking if we wanted to stop and get something at the gas station, and I looked down for my phone, and then all of a sudden his brake lights were right there. So needless to say, I don't text and drive anymore. But no, I mean, as far as just, you always got to be aware of what's going on around you, looking for those escape routes, and really you got to learn to be patient. You can't rush riding a motorcycle. You can't stress that enough. I feel like I didn't necessarily rush mine. I was comfortable with what I was doing, but because I didn't know the full mechanics of the bike and how it was going to work, I did lay my bike down at one point in time. I promise you it's in a future video. I keep saying that, but I promise you it's in a future video. Alright, we're going to go a little bit out of order here because I want to do the last one on the bike. But what is your next big destination or ride? I don't know. I feel like my next destination ride, if I don't do the Independence, Kansas thing, is going to be most likely doing what I call the Harley-Davidson Triangle here in Kansas City. I want to go ahead and do a video montage, not necessarily a montage, but just a video going to each of the 3 Harley-Davidson dealerships here in Kansas City area and get a poker chip from each and just kind of put it up on the wall and commemorate it. I want to do it with some people as well, so my wife can't ride anymore, but it'd be cool if I could get my dad, maybe if my brother happened to be visiting up here, Woody, Aaron, you know, those people. I think it'd be kind of a fun little challenge video for us all to do. So let's go ahead and hop back on the bike and we'll answer the last question and wrap things up. Oh, I love my beautiful little lake. So peaceful. I probably scared all the fishies away. The dude was probably pissed. Alright, so the last question here, and I feel like this is actually probably the most important one, is any words of wisdom for a person looking to get into motorcycling. Take your time. You don't have to become a master rider overnight. The rides will be there when you're ready. Rides happen almost every single weekend here in Kansas City. And with them happening here in Kansas City every weekend, I can go on one whenever I pretty much feel like it. So just don't rush the experiences. Savor those parking lot trips. I know I had some of the most fun times when my wife was learning to ride, was taking her and my newborn at the time to the parking lots and watching her ride and giving her some pointers and everything. That was my favorite experiences. And then same with me, I did the parking lot thing probably 3 or 4 times before I started venturing out on some like subdivision-y type roads, something that's not going to be heavily trafficked. And then when I finally got to the point of having my courage up, I was able to ride my bike from where I was storing it to mom and dad's house. It was a 30-mile ride and it was just awesome. I had no fear. Okay, there's a little fear. But you know, I knew I could do it at that point. And it was one of the best experiences. Again, don't rush the experiences. Even the slow experiences are incredible, guys. Just don't rush it. So that's my word of wisdom for this challenge, is don't rush it. But with that being said, we have now answered all 7 questions and this challenge is complete. And with that being said, everyone, I will catch you on the next dark side, as this is the way.